Hey, what's going on, it's aarava here, and welcome back to another episode of my F1 2018 Alfa Romeo Fantasy Career Mode here on Motorsport Manager for round number 12 of the Japanese Grand Prix. This one is going to be a bit of a beefy one, I think, because we've got a lot to think about before we even go into the race weekend. We've got 4 rounds left, and I think now is the time to slowly start really putting our eyes towards the next season, what the future of this team is going to be, and based off a lot of your guys' comments in the last episode about the situation with Charles Leclerc. You know, we've been putting him in practice sessions so far, and obviously we did have him in a race, one-off, at the Dubai Grand Prix, where he went out and got a podium on his one and only race in this year's car, in Season 3. And a lot of you guys were saying that I should probably give him another try at a race this season, you know, just give him a chance to show what he's made of again, because also he is the only driver in question that has a contract running up. I've got Sainz and Rosberg booked in for the next year already, so unless they want to come to me and say they want to leave, they are locked in for next year. The only man that's not locked in is Charles Leclerc. His morale was pretty high anyway, so I think we should be able to negotiate a pretty good contract with him, but I think before we get into that, I think I want to promote him to a race seat, at least for this next one race at the Japanese Grand Prix. A lot of you pointed out that, you know, comparing him to Carlos Sainz, there's not a lot actual difference. You know, there's just pretty much the feedback is there, and Sainz has better braking, but pretty much a lot of the stats, Leclerc is the better driver. In terms of driver form, they're pretty equal. Obviously, Sainz has been doing the job versus Rosberg a few times this season, and so that's a little bit debatable, but yeah, I would agree. I think it's time to give Leclerc a shot at another race. You know, the one and only race he's done, he's got a podium. So clearly, that's a little bit fluky, but also there's something there. There's substance there, and also Leclerc does have the better marketability. So long term, Leclerc would be the better option down the line, you know, when we're maybe going for that championship in 2 seasons' time. I don't know. But I think that's what we're going to do. So that's the first port of call, is we are going to promote him to a driver. We're going to demote Sainz to reserve for 1 race only. This is the only way I can do it. Unfortunately, there's no way to, or I believe there is no way I can put Leclerc up for a full race drive from the menu like this. I don't think. I don't believe there's a way. I can always choose I can always choose basically the driver that gets put in practice, but I don't think there's a way to just substitute Leclerc in for 1 race manually, like unless there's an injury like that. So I think I have to promote him from the reserve driver to the main driver, which is gonna bring Sainz's morale down a little bit, but it's already pretty high. I mean, if we look at it, it's 100%, so it's not going to affect him too much. It's going to bring it down by, I don't know, 10%, but as like I said, he's already locked into next year's contract, so unless he's going to come to me saying I want to leave, then I don't see any kind of issue with demoting him for 1 race only. So we're going to do the swap. We're going to promote reserve driver to the first to the race driver, and we're going to demote Carlos Sainz for 1 race only. This is going to be immediate backlash potentially, but I want to see how Leclerc can do. You can see the star level is actually the exact same. The difference is, though, Leclerc definitely has the better, bigger potential, but at this moment in time, Sainz has been, you know, when those two were actual race drivers together as teammates last season, Sainz was overall doing the better, consistent job. So, but I'm going to give him a chance. Confirm, swap, and let's swap that round. So immediately we're going to get emails from Carlos Sainz. Probably that's a little bit unfortunate. What's the meaning of this? I'm clearly not good enough to be one of your main. I'm clearly good enough to be one of your main drivers. Yeah, I know, Sainz. I know. And Leclerc is still snarky about it because he feels like he should have been there the entire time. But we'll calm those things down later. We've got an interview with Eurosport coming off the last one after his win today. What should I do? Can't hold a candle to Charles Leclerc? No, that's not the way I want to go. I'd like to have Hamilton in the team. Hopefully make that happen one day. I'm going to say he's an interesting driver. Anything can happen in motorsport. I'm going to say that, and that's going to be positive for Hamilton. So there you go. Car condition update. And that's pretty much it. What we have to do for now in terms of that. We're not going to upgrade the car. You know, 4 races to go. We've only got 8.3 million. I'm fully going on saver mode here. I'm going to be saving as much money as I can for next year's car. So that's not up for debate. And in terms of our team, this guy is very, very tired. So I'm going to swap in with this guy. But we're not going to spend any money on the pit crew. mistake percentage-wise, a little bit iffy. You know, the highest 4.1, 3.3, 2.1. Not great, but I'll have to take my chance on that. Anyway, it's fine because it looks like, as we go on, it looks like we're very comfortable for second place. We can't get first, so it's fine if we have a mistake or, here and there in the race in terms of the pit stop, because... it doesn't matter if we maybe lose one position. We've got second, I think, in the bag, and I just can't afford to spend any more money on the pit crew. And besides, all these guys look pretty crap, to be honest, actually. All these guys I'm going to reject, they don't look good at all, so we're all fine. So, yeah, Leclerc, Rosberg going to the Japanese Grand Prix. That's our lineup. It's a temporary lineup. We'll swap back Sainz into the race seat after the Japanese Grand Prix. Well, I don't know. Maybe we don't. Depends how you guys feel about it. Let me know in the comments below if we think we should maybe keep Leclerc in that race seat for the entire time. That also reminds me, I need to actually start maybe doing a renewal of his contract. So before we get into that, let's look at the sponsors. We've got 2 new sponsors to look at, and then in one race's time, we'll have Esso and Petronas all to look at. But here we go. We've got a marketability of 95% due to Charles Leclerc being in the car. So actually, that was a very good strategy as well that I didn't even think of. I didn't plan this, but putting Leclerc in the car actually bumps up our marketability because Carlos Sainz only has 45% marketability, whereas Leclerc has 85%. So this might help us get good, much better sponsors. So slot 5, let's have a look here now. So we've got 2 different ones which are based on targets, and then we've got one which is a flat rate. The flat rate one is only 67,000 or 82,000 lower than the dependent one. So I would be inclined to go for this one. No upfront payment for either of them. 21 race long, 14, 11. But in the long haul, I'll probably end up getting more money for this, I would suspect. Unless, to be honest, now we're at the stage maybe where you would expect us to get 11th or above every single time. And these 2 do have bonuses for the German Grand Prix of 2.9, 2.2. So, I don't know, maybe you do want to go for a target-based one. We only need to get that target for one driver, and so far, we have got 11th and above for every single race, pretty much. I mean, there's been some debatable qualifying sessions, but that's interesting, actually. For the first time this series, I might actually go for a position-based one, because I think we could comfortably get 11th or above, and a 2.9 bonus for the German Grand Prix would be quite tasty. I mean, I can't even remember. Do we even have a German Grand Prix in this calendar? I don't even remember. But you know what? Let's go for a position one. We haven't done one for a while. Let's accept that offer. We'll go for a position one. It's only 14 races compared to 21, so in theory we'll be able to renew that one a little bit faster. And then slot 4 is going to be a fixed payment one. We've got Adidas, IBM, and Rouch. 16 race, 16 and 25. That's an upfront payment. Both of them are 6.4 million. So let's get the calculator out. So 625,000 times 25. So over 25 races, we'll get 15.6 million. Let's just work this out. For 625,000 times 16 races, we would get 10 million. Very nice lineup of sponsors, I must say. And look at that. Just like my driver car, I've got an Adidas logo on the front of the car. So it was meant to be. It was meant to be. But anyway, let's move on to doing the contract for Charles Leclerc. Renew contract. He should be up for it. Yes, he's interested. Let's talk. So status for Charles Leclerc is fairly important. We already had him on equal and we put him to reserve and he wasn't too upset. So I think we can go for equal status again. Wages are important to him. We're on 375 at the moment. I don't know if we can get away with that. That's about maybe... I think just over 1/3 of the way if you look at it like a slider between the lowest and the highest we could pay him. So I don't think we can get away with that. I think we might have to go for at least 430 potentially. I'll try that. He wants a medium contract, so middle one, 15 months to go, so it would run out in a year and a bit's time. Bonus he says is important as well, so he has a lot of high demands, to be honest. So if we do go with Leclerc as a future driver, it definitely is going to cost us a lot more than Sainz, where Sainz was a lot more easygoing as a driver. But I guess we'll go for it first. We'll give him 36. I think that's a pretty decent sized bonus for both those targets at first in quali and the race as well. So we'll see how this goes. It's a little bit too much in my opinion for where I think he's at, because I don't think he's that good to maybe warrant this much on him. You know, if you, yeah, whoops, why did I continue on like that? If you take into account basically what he's done so far and how much we're paying Rosberg and Sainz, but yeah, obviously he's got the high potential, so we'll see. So I'm reluctantly gonna try that contract, and we'll see how that goes. I think that might be done before Japan. Yeah, we will actually get that. We will see how that goes before the Japanese Grand Prix. So that's going to be interesting to see what he says. But apart from that, I don't think we need to do anything else on the car. I mean, in terms of performance updates, we're just working on these flat out. Those will be done 6 days before the race, and then we can get onto some other stuff. So that's pretty good. That's going to mean that our risky rear wing is going to get maximum 873, which would be great. So let's just move on then and see what he says. Fingers crossed it's good, but I highly doubt that. I think there's going to be an issue with his wage or the bonus potentially. So let's see. Yeah, contract negotiation. Yeah, he's not. Yeah, see, last chance here. Last chance. I don't want to pay him this much. He's not worth this much. I don't know. I don't care what the comments say. He's not worth 646 because we're paying Rosberg 750. He's not worth this much. This is frustrating. I'm going to leave these negotiations right now. I can do that. I don't need to go straight into them because I've literally had Kimi Raikkonen on the driver negotiation tab for about a season now, since the end of last season. So I'm going to leave Leclerc there. It's on his last chance. So I can't screw that up. So I'm going to leave that. And we're going to wait to see. Because if I am going to sign him now, if I'm offering him a contract now that he's going to have to sign now, it means that I'm committing to the future with him with that much money. So I'm going to wait because I might swap him back right now after the Japanese Grand Prix. And so that's not going to be... I don't want to be spending extra money at the moment on a new contract. So I'm going to leave that. We know where we stand with him. If we want him, we're going to have to pay it quite a bit. So let's just see. It kind of has to now earn his right to ask that much at the Japanese Grand Prix, basically. Right, performance work is done, so we've got upcoming race report, 35% chance of rain, okay, helipad, okay, thank you very much. Factory staff idle, right, cool. Let's now swap this in and improve parts. So where else can we improve? Front wing, let's improve that. The engine has 1 to improve, so we may as well improve that. That can go 17 higher. And the suspension cannot go any higher than that, but we may as well improve where we can. So let's improve. What shall we improve? Let's improve this braking system. Yeah, let's improve that brakes, and that's fine. So we got the maximum out of the car basically by the end of the season, so that's all good. So that's nothing much to do apart from go into the Japanese Grand Prix where there may not be any rain. I hope there's some rain. Let's see. No, it looks pretty clear. Looks pretty clear, but anyway, here we go. So we got a sponsor select of either Julius Bar or Adidas for 626 or 482, and I've only now realized that Adidas was not a fixed payment, but that was a bonus, just like the other ones. Well, okay, that makes things a bit more annoying. I mean, it's a good payment. I think we should be able to get 7th or above, so that will be a good payday, but that's a little bit more complicated than I wanted it, but there we go. Anyway, let's move on. So, Japan, tire wears medium, so let's go for 6 sets of softs. So let's go for 5. You know, I'm not going to use soft tires. I don't think we end up using soft tires a lot here around Japan, so let's go 6 and 7. And 2 there. Right, part fitting. In terms of the car parts, we're going to give him, obviously, Carlos Sainz's car. So, technically, Rosberg's still got the better car, just about. I think I'll keep it like that, because I want to see an equal for equal. Let's see how Leclerc does in exactly what Sainz was going to get for this Grand Prix. So, let's move into practice then, and see how we do. Right, Leclerc and Rosberg in practice, of course. Going to take practice. Sainz sitting this one out then. Sorry, mate, but I really do want to test what Leclerc's made of here, because, I mean, for his sake, he is basically racing for a good contract, because at the moment, I really don't fancy paying him that much, but if he's going to smash it out of the park in this race, then I have no problem paying him that much, but he needs to, for the money he's asking for, he needs to basically be beating Rosberg and doing as well as him, so it's his chance to shine. I mean, he did thrash Sainz basically in Dubai. If you think about it, he got a little bit lucky, and we did do a pretty amazing strategy that time around, but he pretty much needs to be thrashing Rosberg this race if he wants that much money, because there's no way I'm paying a junior 20-year-old the same as a veteran Rosberg basically. Bringing them both in, setup-wise, looking pretty good with him. 1 excellent, 2 great, so a good way to start off the weekend then, being a little bit easier on the setup. 96% is pretty damn amazing, so that's a pretty high percentage. So I'm happy with that, so let's just send him out for 12 laps then on the medium tyres. Rosberg a little bit, maybe tweaking on the downforce, perhaps, so I don't know which way he wants to go. Maybe a little bit less downforce, so let's see how that goes. I'll send him out for 1 lap and bring him in, but Leclerc I'll just keep out then. Also, his feedback did improve Leclerc. I think Leclerc's feedback has gone from 5 to 7, I think it was. So, big jump up there. So, he's obviously been growing quite a bit. And I think there might have been also a bit of a booster, maybe just also promoting him to the first driver there. But he's had some good traits on the adaptability. The fitness has been going up, sadly, as we put it in practice sessions. But hopefully, it might go up even more in this race, because I think his fitness was 14, so don't know, maybe we can cross over hopefully to the 15 mark or even more after this race if it's going up that fast on him. Okay, wrong way to go there on the setup, so Rosberg wants more downforce, not less, so we're on 88. Let's jump that back to this one and then boost that up that way. Right, bringing Rosberg in. Great, excellent, and good. So, straight away, this is actually probably a good sign for Leclerc, the fact that his setup got done so quickly. But now, you've got an issue here, 91 to 94. That's good and great. Okay, so I need to adjust that just a tad. Literally just by a smidge, I need to adjust that. And I'm going to send him out for a long stint now. That should be good enough, I think, by the time we come in here. So let's just get that knowledge now. Already in level 1 on the mediums and race, so that's good. For the race, I remember Japan has always been a good race for us on the medium tyres. So I'm definitely going to be going on that conservative strategy as per usual, rather than the aggressive one we've been going on for the last 2-3 races. Because pretty much the history of Japan has been medium tyres work well for us. Right, we're nearly at level 3, so I'm going to bring Rosberg in so we can just check his setup. So, 2 greats and 1 excellent. Let's see the percentage, though, because a lot of the time the percentage is a little bit more important than the actual faces. So, 97, so he's good. So, let me send him out for qualifying trim now. 3 laps on the Super Softs. We don't have a lot of Super Softs to burn, so we'll just do 1 set each for them. But I'll let Leclerc stay out. Hopefully, he'll tick over to level 3 soon enough. He's only got a couple of laps left in his stint, so hopefully that'll tick over pretty damn soon on the next lap or so. Yep, there we go. Level 3 got, so I can bring him in, and I can bring him in onto the qualifying trim, and we should get, for the first time in a while actually, I think it's been 2-3 episodes since we've got it, but hopefully we'll get all 3 levels. Qualifying trim, 3 laps, super softs, send out, and once again, sit back, relax, and enjoy them, get the level. And there we go, going to tick over, and it's all purple, super soft, medium, quali, race trim, all done. Big thumbs up. Let's move on to qualifying. Looking good. Leclerc at the moment in 3rd, Rosberg 5th, so good tick the box first for practice. He was easy to do in the setup as well, so that's 1 point to Leclerc. Let's see if he can do the job in quali then. I'll be very intrigued to see if he can beat Rosberg in quali. Obviously, Rosberg has been pretty damn consistent in quali. Consistently, you know, even the last minute, just getting ahead of Sainz on like that last lap of the session in the death when he needed to do it. But let's see if Leclerc can do anything to change that. Right, 7th or above also to get the money, so this is a pretty important first session anyway. But like I said, actually, it's probably not a bad thing, because we get a premium sponsor like Adidas, and we're going to get a lot of money if we get 7th or above. And like I did with the Jules bar sponsor, I think actually we don't need to worry about 7th or above. I think we should be aiming for 7th above now. You know, going into what will be our 4th season in a couple episodes time, I think we should be aiming for 7th or above anyway. So I think it's time to start doing these, you know, risky sponsors, because for now we've been doing the fixed one for so long. But you know, like we did back in the Archer days. You know, we had plenty of times in the Archer days where we did the kind of dependent on the race position sponsor, and we should do, because we should be comfortably getting 7th or above. So we're gonna wait a little bit, because I don't think there's any rain forecast. No, doesn't look like it. So we'll just wait a little bit for the track grip to go up, and for the track to be a bit quiet. Maybe see if we can find some space, and then we'll send them out. Right, bit of space maybe. So I'm going to send Leclerc out. Actually, 1 sec. Wait a tad. Right, send them out now on super soft tyres. Go. Right, going to go on auto for him. Going to wait a little bit longer for Rosberg and send him out now. Let's see. He might have a bit of traffic, but let's see. Down the pit lane, bit of traffic, but not that much. That's a pretty decent gap to the car ahead, I would say. So, and he's on a hot lap, so I don't think he's going to catch him. So let's see. But with Leclerc, I think he's got a lot of clean space. So he's got, yeah, Leclerc's got so much track ahead of him. So he's got no excuse he needs to perform in this session if he wants to vie for that very expensive contract of his. So he gets perfect and overheated, so let's go on here, and I think he's going to have plenty of room, yet no cars ahead of him coming out. Meanwhile, Rosberg, let's see, good and overheated, and he's got a decent amount of space as well, because that Force India has gone away. So both of them with clean air. Rosberg maybe with a slight advantage of track grip, but Leclerc with a better outlap. So I think they're pretty equal, so let's see how they do. Leclerc, where is he? Across the line, and it is P6. Rosberg, what are you saying? So Leclerc at the moment, 6.88 away from pole position. Rosberg crosses the line, car to overtake, and he's 4th place. So there you go. At the moment, the more senior man does the job here, but Leclerc, I'm now going to give him the better option this time round with the higher track grip. So I'll send Rosberg out first this time round. Rather than Leclerc, so I'll let Leclerc just wait in the garage there, wait for Rosberg to come in. We've got a bit of space maybe coming up yet now. I'm going to send him out now. Super soft tyres, send out, speed that up, and I think there should be a bit of a gap. There we go, lovely bit of space there for Rosberg. Now I'm going to wait quite a bit to really let the track grip go up, and I'm going to give Leclerc his best chance ever to see if he can overdo and overtake Rosberg in this session. It's a 1 minute lap time, so we've got plenty to wait here, and there's a nice bit of space coming up, I think. So let's send him out. Super soft tyres. Rosberg got a perfect and good on the brakes. Bit of traffic there for Leclerc, but he's on very high track grip compared to Rosberg. Speaking of Rosberg, where is he? Here he is. He's got plenty of clean air at the moment, so let's see. He's gone 2 greens. That's good. So he's very close to pole position, actually. Only 800ths off pole. So let's see through the last sector if he loses time. Across the line, and it is P4 still. Didn't improve enough. Only 4th still. Okay, let's see what Leclerc is saying. He's got a lot of traffic here. But he's got perfect and perfect. So he's got a great outlap. He's overtaken 2 cars. Let's see. He might get held up, though, by this Force India. So let's speed this up, and let's see. He overtakes the Force India in the first sector. He's side by side with the Force India. He goes green. He overtakes more cars. So not the best lap for Leclerc in terms of traffic there. He goes green twice, though. So let's see. Across the line, what's it going to be? Hamilton smashes pole there, and it's going to be 3rd place. He does overtake Rosberg. Fair play, Leclerc. Fair play. 3rd place there. 2.5 tenths off Hamilton. Look at that. Vettel's only 8,000ths of a second off Hamilton. That's so close for pole position. But Leclerc, even with traffic, goes and overtakes Rosberg in qualifying. P3, Rosberg only P6. Okay, Leclerc, I see you. That's 2 tick boxes. 1 last box to tick, Leclerc. In the race, if you can do the job and get a podium, I don't mind paying you that much then. Right, so the race is going to be all dry. 3rd and 6th, pretty good. We're going to go for, well, let's have a look at the strategy, because I think we're going to be going on the mediums, so let's see how we're going to do on that. So tyre life is 10 to 12 laps, and then these are 18 to 20. So probably for Leclerc, that's the one thing that he probably doesn't have going for him is historically his tyre wear has been pretty shocking. So I'm going to say that's 17 and 9 or 8 laps. So 17 and 8 will only take us 25. So I think it's a 2-stop for us today with 2 sets of super softs, I think. So in that case, I think we should go for the knowledge on the super soft tyres. So even though we are going to use the mediums, I think we're going to benefit more from the super soft knowledge than the mediums, because we'll be on super softs for more of the race than the mediums, so it just makes sense. But we're going to start them on super softs. We'll go till lap 8 or 9 hopefully, then go on mediums, and then pit for another set of super soft tyres. I think that's going to be the way to go for us today. Pushing and pushing, overtake. Let's get into this then. Leclerc, your final chance, 2 out of 3, tick the box. This 3rd one, if you beat Rosberg, get a podium. I think I'm going to be very inclined to give you that much money per race for the next 15 months, was it? Yeah. Right, let's start the race then. 3rd place and 6th. Leclerc in 3rd. 5 red lights to the Japanese Grand Prix. Leclerc driving for a new contract here today. Great start there as we go to the Japanese Grand Prix. 2nd place then for Leclerc. Rosberg down to P7. So it's a great start there. He's right behind Hamilton now, pressurizing for the race lead. Maybe around the outside. Not quite there. Rosberg down to 9th or 10th momentarily. It's been a horrendous start. But then Rosberg back with a double overtake to get back into 8th place. Then down down the inside of the Ferrari man of Paffett, and right behind now Bottas, who's down the inside of Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg going wide, Rosberg down the inside. Beautiful overtake there for Rosberg on the outside. Hulkenberg still battling, so the Germans going side by side here through the hairpin. Rosberg still having to fight hard against Hulkenberg, and still there, only in 8th place. Meanwhile, Leclerc second. He's now fallen away a little bit from Hamilton. Obviously, we know from last race how OP Hamilton was, so no surprise there, but Leclerc at the moment doing well to be ahead of Vettel. Once again, we're fighting Sebastian Vettel for a podium, it looks like there, but Leclerc, stunning job. Rosberg finally up into 7th place. Let's calm this down now. I think everyone's going to start... we'll keep like this for now, but we need to soon start thinking about the tyre wear and also the fuel. But Rosberg at the moment in 7th place. Fuel-wise, actually, I think we should probably start thinking about it now. Let's go to high for both these guys and start saving a bit of fuel. But Rosberg now trying to chase after Verstappen and try and make up ground. He's got a lot of work to do if he wants to catch up to his younger teammate here, who's doing a fabulous job at the moment in 2nd place. 1.6 the gap, then 2.6 to Vettel. So at the moment, Vettel keeping us honest 100%. Hamilton streaking away though, fast after Grand Prix. So already 1st place, probably gone and away, but there you go. Rosberg's overtaking Verstappen now down the inside of turn 1. We missed that, but he's up into P6. So at the moment, all the action's happening in Rosberg's camp. He's doing the job. He has to do the job. If he wants to catch back up, we'll need to try and get up, because if he can try and pressurise Vettel from the other side of the Germans' car, that'll be good for both our drivers. We've got a bit of a sandwich on that Ferrari car. So we're now right behind Bottas. Can we try and close up in the next lap or so and overtake him? That will be desirable. But now on Leclerc, his high heating's a little bit up, so let's watch out for that. Let's go conservative and just calm that down. Actually, let's go medium for now and just watch that. His fuel burn is minus 0.54. Not too bad, pretty much the same as Rosberg. Rosberg right behind Bottas now. Let's go conservative on him though, because his tire temps are really creeping up to that red zone, so let's calm that down. And Verstappen closes up straight away as soon as we go conservative there. That's not great. Right, so lap 5, I've got Rosberg on medium and medium on the fuel as well. So pretty much a stalemate here now behind Valtteri Bottas. He's stuck behind Bottas for 2 laps now. He's gained 4/10 there from the previous lap. Meanwhile, with Leclerc, we're now conserving our tyres. He's not under pressure from Vettel anymore. Vettel's actually under pressure from Daniel Ricciardo, so good for us. Hamilton is actually not getting away too much now, 2.9 the gap, so he's not streaking away anymore, and he's gaining like 0.2 per lap, but he's not gaining that half a second he did from the 1st to the 2nd lap, so all's really good in Leclerc as well. Rosberg now still behind Bottas, but he's gained more time there. But I don't know, I'll probably pit Rosberg a little bit earlier than Leclerc, try and get a bit of an undercut going perhaps. Right, Rosberg right behind, let's go full out attack. We need to try and overtake Bottas now, so we're going pushing and overtake mode. We're overheating the tyres quite a bit here, but I need to make this pass very, very soon with Rosberg down the inside. Come on, man. You've got to make this pass into turn 1. Oh, it's close. Yes, Nico. Good stuff there, mate. Good stuff. Conserve now. Push away on the fuel. I'll let you push on the fuel and overtake mode for a bit because we need to stay ahead. Good stuff there. Go on high. 0.7. That's fine. We can fuel save that later on in the Grand Prix, but great stuff there for Nico now. Up into 5th place. Now we'll go conservative on that, but that was a fantastic overtake, crucial overtake. And now Leclerc under pressure from Vettel. Let's go neutral and let's go high and push away a little bit now from Vettel, as Hamilton's now 5.5 away from Leclerc. And Vettel's streaked away from Ricciardo, so the pace is ramping up there for the Ferrari man, but absolutely awesome overtake into turn 1 there for Nico Rosberg. And now he can catch up to Daniel Ricciardo, and he's going to see his teammate Leclerc in his sight. So good management there from Nico. His tyres are overheated still, so I need to maybe back that up and watch out for that. Right, Vettel's pit. Let's pause that. Vettel's pit right now on lap 9. We're still going on lap 9, to my surprise. Leclerc's got some really good tyre wear at the moment because we've been conserving him. Rosberg now has got clean air. Well, not clean air, but he's in 4th. He's closing up to Ricciardo. 35% wear, 30% for Leclerc. So even though I'm surprised that Leclerc's still going, he's still got worse tyre wear than Rosberg, despite the fact that Rosberg, we had to overheat his tyres to go overtake Bottas. So I think we need to pit. And also, what the hell's gone on there? Vettel's pit onto old mediums. A very odd strategy there for Sebastian Vettel. I think I need to pit Leclerc this lap. So I'm going to pit in. Overtake mode. Pit in this lap. We're going to go on to mediums for Leclerc. Park conditions fine. Fast pit stop there. So we're going to maintain onto this 2-stop strategy. I think that's the way to go for us today. 2-stop here. For Rosberg, we're closing up. We'll just keep calm, keep like this, and go on for one more lap. We need to stretch this to lap 10 for Rosberg. Right, he's losing some time now. Now I'm going to go pushing and overtake mode for Rosberg, and hopefully he gains a decent amount of time there. So we go attack. Good pit stop for Leclerc. No mistake for Leclerc on the pit stop, so he's going to be on fresh mediums. He's out in P7. Ooh, wait, what's angle? Okay, wait, that's a Force India. Okay, for a second there, that scared me. I thought that was Vettel for a second, but that was just my car. Right, so we're going to go on pushing and high. No, we'll go medium and high, because we don't need to worry about Vettel, I don't think. So, Rosberg now, he's not gained too much in the first sector, although we haven't got to the end of first sector. Right, Rosberg, I'm going to do a contra strategy, I think. I think I'm going to go on to super softs now. They're non-mediums, or should we stick on the same strategy? Kind of depends on what Ricciardo's going to do. Where's Ricciardo? Ricciardo's on softs. Okay, so we'll match Ricciardo. He's on a slower compound, so we'll also go on the slower compound of the mediums now, and we'll go on fast. So we're not going to do a construct. We'll kind of stick with what we're doing here, because I think it's going to be better if both our drivers in sync can drive together. So Leclerc, where is he? He's got a Force India behind him, but crucially, he's got a decent amount of clean air here, so that's very good for him. So Rosberg now, where is he? He's going to come through. He's gained 1.2 on that in-lap there. So that might be enough to jump Ricciardo, because Ricciardo was under 1.2 ahead of us, I think. Let's see. Down the pit lane now. Where is Daniel Ricciardo? That's Ocon. That's Leclerc. And where's Ricciardo? I think we jumped him. Yep, we have. We have jumped Daniel Ricciardo. We're ahead. Look at that. Beautiful pit stop. Beautiful jump. Good stuff there for Nico Rosberg. Awesome. Right, so now the only man we have to worry about for Rosberg is Vettel, and then we'll be right behind Leclerc with Rosberg, so I don't want to push him too hard. The thing with Rosberg is I can't afford to go high now for a bit, because he's on minus 1.0, so I need to save a lot of fuel there with Rosberg. I'll let him push a little bit on this outlap on the tyres, but as soon as that starts to creep up, I'll have to go medium then as well. Low fuel delta for Rosberg, yes I know. So we'll go neutral now for Rosberg, and now he's on medium. I will have to keep him on that for a while now to try and save the fuel and not to allow the tyres to go up too much. Meanwhile, for Leclerc, he's now hitting some traffic along with Sebastian Vettel, but look at that for Vettel. Very odd strategy for Sebastian Vettel on worn medium tyres. That is a Ferrari-esque strategy there to pit Vettel onto worn mediums. I don't know if Ferrari didn't have enough tyres or that's a mistake there, but now we're catching up to these guys, and because we are, I'll go on low fuel. We may as well, because there's no point pushing too hard to try and overtake these guys, because they're going to come in eventually, so we may as well save everything we've got here against Vettel, because we're not going to get first as well, so may as well play that clever and safe. Same for Rosberg, really. I'll go on low fuel mixture, to be honest, try and really bring down that fuel. Okay, Ricciardo's getting a little bit too close now for comfort, so I'm going to go on high on the tyres. Oh, Ricciardo's getting very, very close. He's getting very close. He's still on medium. He's pushing now. Okay, Rosberg, you need to start pushing a little bit. Oh, my Lord. Rosberg, you need to stay ahead of Ricciardo. You can't get stuck behind Ricciardo. It's crucial you stay ahead, mate. Oh, no. This is getting very close. Ricciardo's got a lot of good pace here at the moment. Right, they're past. Right. Vettel has just overtaken Leclerc because we're on conservative right now. Let's go medium. So that was a little bit of a mistake by me. I kept Leclerc too much on the low fuel mixture. But the thing is, Vettel's going to have such bad tyre wear now. He's surely going to have to come in very, very soon. Right, Ricciardo's just overtaken Rosberg. Rosberg's annoyed by that, but I mean, you're on the medium tyres compared to soft, so I don't think we're too surprised about that. And Ricciardo looks like to have some lightning pace. Vettel's still P2, and he's gotten away from Leclerc a little bit. But the thing is, he's on such warm mediums, and he's pushing at the moment, so he's clearly pushing for a reason. So he's got to pit in extra. So I'm not too worried about that. But I am a little bit annoyed that I made the mistake of keeping Leclerc too much, because we could have kept track position. Crash for Romain Grosjean. Yellow flags in Sector 2. I'm now going to go medium. Rosberg, we're still minus 0.39 on the fuel, so need to still watch out for the fuel with Rosberg. Right, we're in second now. Vettel's pit, and we gained 7/10 there on that last lap, so Leclerc back to good pace. Ricciardo really pushing well. Ricciardo's looking very dangerous in this Grand Prix. Rosberg at the moment, he's floundering a little bit, to be honest. He's just not... Because I used the fuel to overtake Bottas, surprise, surprise, Bottas is back to maybe overtake us. I just couldn't use the fuel in that middle stint. Now I sort of can, a little bit. So Rosberg's now got to defend from Bottas. That's not looking good. But Rosberg's really not looking great in this race at the moment. He's under pressure now from a second car. Ricciardo really is pushing quite well, and he's catching up to Leclerc. Leclerc, his tyres a little bit on the edge of overheating, so I need to watch out for that. Whereas Rosberg now. Rosberg has gone away a little bit from Bottas now. He's gained 5/10 there, so that's good. Right, so I need to get to lap 27 to make a super soft tyre go well. So I think we should be good for that. 51%. I would say we should be comfortable to get to lap 27. It's just about if we can keep up the pace to do that. At the moment, we're a high, medium, so it's looking good. Ricciardo, I want to say the gap stayed the same pretty much. I think visually it stayed the same there. Rosberg has definitely gotten away from Bottas visually, 100%. And he's now catching Ricciardo, so that's also good. That's also good. I think we could be on for 2-3 here. Right, Ricciardo's going to pit in this lap. At the moment, conserving the tyres for Rosberg because he's creeping up a little bit into the higher temps. Leclerc, on medium, on neutral I should say, that needle's pretty much been bang on the edge of pretty much the optimum place you want to be. Leclerc doing a fabulous job at the moment in terms of the way he's controlling his tyre pace. And the fuel, not too bad. -2, we can go medium now probably and try and save that a little bit. Rosberg, I'm counteracting the conservation he's doing with high fuel mixture. Now we can probably go neutral again. But he's in third now. Ricciardo is going to hit a bit of traffic with Verstappen and Vettel. I'm liking this. I'm liking where we are at the moment. Just got to eke out these tyres now for 4 more laps and then we'll be good. Alright, as I say that, now Leclerc has creeped up into the overheating stage. So I need to protect those tyres now. Hamilton's already pit now. I got confused by that. Hamilton's pit and he's already ahead of us. So OP as ever there from Lewis Hamilton. Right, Leclerc's losing a lot of time now. He's 9/10 down. Let's see how he's doing on this next lap. He needs to go green here. Needs to go green or at least lose less time because Rosberg's actually catching him. I've got them on the exact same strategy now in terms of driving. Okay, he's gained 1.1. That's good. I think that 1 second loss was because he had to hold up. He got held up by Hamilton. So on lap 25 on 29% worn. It's going to be close. Going to be close for sure on both stints. It's going to be very close. I need to go conservative for both drivers now. Otherwise, they're not going to make lap 27. So both conservative, both pushing though. So I'm giving them equal opportunity here because I don't want to favour one driver because I need this to be a good water test for Leclerc. Got to factor in that, of course, Rosberg's had to push a lot this race to overtake not only Bottas, also Vettel, also Ricciardo. So Rosberg's had a lot thrown at him this race and he's now catching Leclerc. But at the same time, Leclerc has been doing a pretty damn amazing job controlling second. But now I need to just give them equal opportunity here. And both of them need to work in tandem as a team and do the exact same thing, which is stretch these tyres now. Right, I need to stretch these for 1 more lap now. So I'm going to go overtake mode. But I'm going to keep on conservative because obviously the medium tyres might not have a good working range. Let's go attack now. Okay, Leclerc, you're going to come in on this lap now, mate. You're going to come in on this lap, pit in for super soft tyres. Park conditions fine. Fast pit stop, good. Rosberg, what are you saying, mate? You're good? You're good, right. Going to go medium now. And you're going to come in on the next lap, so lap 28. But Leclerc, let's hope he gains a bit. He's gained 2/10 there. 6/10, good in lap. 1.2 gained. Good in lap there for Leclerc. Good in lap. Now Rosberg, full attack mode. You're going to come in on the next lap. But Leclerc, he's in from mediums. And he's on to super softs. No mistake on the pit stop. Good stuff. Good stuff. Right, medium pushing. And he's behind Ricciardo. Ricciardo has jumped us. But he's on soft tyres. That will wear out. So don't need to worry about that too much. Rosberg, he's gained 7/10 there. You'll come in for super soft tyres. Park conditions fine. Fast pit stop. Good. Right, let's see. 1.3 gain. 1.3 gain. So 1/10 faster than Leclerc on that lap. Comes in. Let's see. No mistake. No mistake on the pit stop. Good. Medium pushing. Comes out behind Leclerc, but ahead of any other car. So that's good. So both of us have successfully jumped Vettel. So actually the one we're worrying about is Daniel Ricciardo. But both of them on medium now. That tyre temp is shooting up, so I need to watch out for that and going conservative as well. And we also need to save fuel for both those cars. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to hope that the delta time difference between super softs and softs is just good enough for us to overtake Ricciardo, because I can't push these tyres and I can't push the fuel too much right now for the first few laps of this stint. Right, I'm on conserve and medium for both drivers. Their tyre temps are just about on the fine needle. We are catching Ricciardo, and we are now on good fuel with Leclerc. He's actually saved a lot more fuel than Rosberg did, although I think Rosberg burnt a lot more fuel earlier, of course, due to the overtakes he made on Bottas and Ricciardo. So now on conserve and high. Let's see if we can catch Ricciardo for second place. Rosberg is there within an earshot, but he's not making too much ground on Leclerc. So once again, Leclerc doing a really good job to keep the pace up ahead of Rosberg. But now Rosberg's got high fuel mixture to use, so both of them on the exact same strategy once again. So giving them equal opportunity here to see what they're really made of. And Leclerc, the real test is he going to be able to overtake Ricciardo now? 3 laps remaining. If he can get second, I think he can earn this contract. Oh, and Hamilton pits. Hamilton pits. Although he was so far ahead, that's not going to matter probably for us. Where is he? Oh, no. Oh, wait, hang on. Hamilton's pit from the lead, and he's in 4th. Crazy stuff there for Lewis Hamilton. So we're now into 2nd and 3rds. And Rosberg now has to do a job against his old teammate, defending against him. Rosberg, mate, you got to do this, mate. You got to stay ahead of Hamilton. You got to defend him, mate. This could be a wonderful 2-3. It could be even first place if Leclerc overtakes Ricciardo here. Go on, son. Okay, Leclerc, if you win this race, you bloody well have earned that contract. We've not got too much fuel left. We're on 0 fuel, so you go medium. We'll go neutral, though. So maybe the tyre delta alone can catch up to Ricciardo. Meanwhile, for Rosberg, what are we saying here, mate? Right, we're on 0 fuel as well for him. Let's go pushing. Let's stay ahead. 2 laps remaining. Can he stay ahead of Hamilton? And can Leclerc catch Ricciardo? He's gaining. He is gaining for sure. Down this straight, he's gaining quite a bit. Ooh, that's close. High fuel mixture now. Leclerc saved. Leclerc is a good fuel saver, actually, compared to Rosberg, it looks like. Right, let's go high. Stay ahead, Rosberg. Stay ahead, Rosberg. Don't you dare let Hamilton overtake. Right, Rosberg. Okay, this is very interesting. Leclerc's getting held up a little bit by Ricciardo. Rosberg's catching Leclerc. Hamilton is catching Rosberg. It's a great top 4 scrap. Look at this. The top 4. Oh my god. The top 4 are covered by 1.1 second, pretty much. Yep, the top 4 are covered by 1 second. And look at this. Okay, I've got... Just to show you guys, I've got nothing on allow teammate through. These guys are racing each other legitimately. I need to now push for both drivers. Let's go attack mode for Leclerc. Oh, God, this is... I might not say too much because this is so nerve-wracking now. Last lap of the Grand Prix. Oh, boy. We may as well go attack mode for both drivers now. Okay, so I've got them both on attack and high. So they're on equal opportunity now. Fuel looks okay for the end of the lap. So let's see how this pans out now. Oh, boy, this is close. Hamilton is looking very, very punchy. I think Hamilton fancies getting second back, to be honest. Oh, Rosberg down the inside of Charles Leclerc. Oh, it's so close. Teammates go side by side. Rosberg gets it round the outside, but no, Leclerc defends very well there from Rosberg. Hamilton, will he send it down the inside? I don't know. This is all too nerve-wracking. And now we're catching up to traffic. Hamilton, maybe down the inside of Rosberg. We're around the outside of traffic. Blue flags there. Hamilton, oh, it's so, so close. Hamilton unable to get third place, maybe. On the line, perhaps it's going to work. Oh, my God, oh, my God, oh, my God. On the line. Oh, my God. That is so close. 0.1 to 0.1. Daniel Ricciardo wins the Japanese Grand Prix. Fair play, mate. Leclerc second. Rosberg third by a whisker. By a whisker. What a race that is overall. How entertaining was that? Wow. Those 4 cars. So, so close. Wow. Crazy, crazy stuff. But Leclerc pulled it through. Under pressure. I don't know. Has Leclerc earned that? Because Rosberg was so, so close. And you got to factor in that Rosberg did all that overtaking earlier on in the Grand Prix. Whereas Leclerc just had to cruise through in second. So, I don't know. But under pressure, you did a good job to remain second. I think he's earned the contract, to be honest, guys. I think he's earned it. He out-qualified Rosberg, so... But what a race. 2-3. Very, very entertaining race. So, silver and bronze trophy, second and third there. Rosberg is remaining in second place. Leclerc moves up into 9th place in the championship here on 36 points. Still funny to see 3 of our drivers in the standings. And constructors-wise, we're 1 point off 300. Red Bull go up to 200, so they make quite a big leap over Ferrari in terms of that race. 151 to 200 there. Good stuff for them. But overall... very good episode, and yeah, like I said, I think Leclerc has earned a contract. I think he has earned a contract there. He's gone up a lot of stats there. He's now on feedback 5, although it did show 7 in the in the practice program for some reason. But we're nearly at 14 fitness. So we're looking very, very good. The only thing he needs to really bring up is the braking and the feedback, and he'll pretty much be there with Carlos Sainz. So no complaints there. Obviously, Sainz's morale brought down a little bit, but 2.2 brought in as well. A lot of money there due to the Adidas sponsor. So yeah, I think unfortunately, I think it's now time for Leclerc. I think he sat out this season. I think it's now time to bring him in as a full-time driver. I think maybe we say goodbye to Carlos Sainz, perhaps, because he's costing us a lot. And unlike Leclerc, with Sainz's age, 24, I don't see him as a good enough driver to be in reserve trying to grow as a driver. So it's tough. It's tough. It's also tougher because I locked in Sainz for a longer contract than I did with Leclerc. Right, I'm going to adjust this. I mean, he beat Rosberg, so I think he's earned it. He wants a higher wage. We'll go 603. That's the most I'll give him. I'll give him a 54 bonus for first in the race and quali. Actually, not quali. I'll go 90. If he can get poles, I'll give him 90. But we'll go 54. I think that's a good enough bonus size. It's last chance. It's last chance, so I can't really afford to take chances. So we'll go 63 there, and I'll go 603 on the contract here, and I'll pop that in. So proposal sent for Charles Leclerc, and he'll obviously look over that. But after that race interview at the ESPN, Leclerc had to apologize after he soaked after a representative from Yokohama today, after he soaked her in champagne spray at the podium. He didn't mean any harm. If you're standing on the podium, you should expect to be soaked. Yes, I agree. You should expect to be soaked. Okay, I don't know what that did. Okay, marketability went up or down. I don't really know. But okay, so very interesting episode. Don't know what it means for next episode. Do we put in, if Leclerc accepts his contract, do we just make him first driver? Do we just put him as a full-time driver from now on and just leave Sainz in the dust? I don't know. You got to remember, Sainz is our one and only race winner this season, so at the same time, I kind of feel quite bad. I don't know. I really don't know, but that's going to be this episode then, guys. If you did enjoy it, hit that like button. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you are new around here, do get subscribed for weekly Formula 1 content. I've been aarava. Have a enjoyed the rest of the day, and I will see you guys next time.